If a function is continuous everywhere, that means you can plug in any number into the function and you don't have any problems breaking any math rules like square rooting a negative that make it have complex values, or dividing by 0. So we want to really analyze this denominator and see if there's a divide by 0 possibility. Okay, so what you want to do is set that denominator equal to 0. So e to the t minus e to the negative t, set that equal to 0, and then solve that equation. Because when you solve that equation for t, you're finding all the values for t that can make that denominator equal 0. So to do that, we can add the e to the negative t term to both sides. So it looks like this. And then if you're trying to get t by itself, it's in the exponent position, so our trick is to use a logarithm. So I'll use a natural log of both sides. Oops, I'm writing on a computer mouse. Laptop mouse, I should say. So if you take a natural log of both sides, it's a balanced step, and we're going to have t equals negative t, because a natural log of an exponential function base e, they cancel each other out, right? And so there's only one value. T equals 0 makes that not be true. So if you plug in 0, you're going to have a divide by 0 error, because it's going to be 1 minus 1 makes 0. So it's not continuous everywhere. That's false. And on what intervals is the function continuous? It's continuous, so you want to think about the smallest values, and we never reach it. It's all the way back to negative infinity. And we put a comma, and then 0 is where we have to stop. Everything between negative infinity and 0 is possible. And I'm using a parentheses to show that we can't include 0. And then it's union 0 to infinity. Okay. The parentheses means you can't have exactly 0. This interval notation means you can have any number except for 0. So I'll show you how to type that in WebAssign. So in WebAssign we said it's negative infinity, so I'm hitting negative sign on my keyboard, and then let's see, it's in symbols. There's negative infinity, comma, 0. And then there's our parentheses. So I'm hitting the right arrow key because I've already got my parentheses. And then the union is under sets. So union 0 to infinity, to positive infinity. And we said that's false. It doesn't matter about the constant up top, right? And just to make sure, I always test it, because sometimes I even have trouble with how WebAssign wants us to type it in. But that's it. That's what it's looking for.